Hello everyone. Several months ago I purchased a SSO strike vest from Gray Shop. And I've been getting some fair use out of this, so I was thinking I should do a review on this because I feel like I have some interesting points to make on it. So, getting started, just to get it out of the way immediately, would I recommend this vest over others, just in case someone wants a recommendation right out of the gate? Yes, I would. But there's a lot of caveats I want to cover in this video on a lot of points of this vest. So, getting started with the actual meat of what I want to talk about. This one doesn't have so much to do, or this point I'm about to make doesn't have so much to do with this vest itself as it does with vests in general. And that is, why use a vest or a platform like a plate carrier or a chest rig at all? And the reason I do is because it's extremely easy to carry everything I need. So I have a lot of magazine pouches on here. And in my case, I don't just use these for magazines. I actually use this specific vest and these magazine pouches to carry my water bottle when I go hunting. In my specific state, I'm not required to wear blaze orange when I do bird hunting, which is pretty much all I do anymore. Moving on though, I chose this specific vest. As I mentioned, I like to go hunting sometimes, and I didn't want to have a plate carrier because then I'd have to take the plates out every time. It's kind of annoying to do that. So I wanted something that could go over a plate carrier, and this is specifically advertised as being a over body armor vest on a Gray Shop. So I decided to try it out. In terms of American equivalents, because this one is Russian, SSO, made in Russia, the 511 VTAC LBE is pretty similar. However, when I was deciding on a vest to buy, I was getting a big order from Gray Shop anyway, so it saves on shipping to just get more stuff in that order. And also, I can't find VTAC, those 511s, or 511, excuse me, actually. I couldn't find them anywhere. It seems they're sold out currently. So as I mentioned earlier, this is designed to be worn over armor. Later in the video, I'll show how this fits on me and stuff like that, but unfortunately, I can't show myself wearing this vest over armor because I no longer own any body armor. I used to own some Catty CQB level 3 plus armor. It's really, really heavy. I actually had to get rid of it because it hurts my neck to wear it. So, as a little side note, I would definitely recommend, if any of you are looking into investing in body armor, not to get steel unless you're really strapped for cash. It is painfully heavy in most cases, and you probably will injure yourself over time if you get it. But that's not really the point of this video. If any of you are interested in that, I can probably talk about it in a comment or make another video entirely. But yeah, moving on. So when I first got this vest, I was particularly concerned about the stitching here. And it may look like it's pretty hardy stitching, but I was actually concerned when I first got it that this might tear out. I've had this for several months now. I don't remember exactly how long, but it's probably been a little bit over actually half a year. So I think around 7 months probably. And I've been doing a lot of going prone and actually crawling a little bit with this. Not like a huge amount, but enough to actually test it. And I've seen absolutely no fraying so far anywhere. See, everything is still in tip-top shape here. Now I want to talk a little bit about how it fits, so I'm actually going to put this on and switch camera angles. Okay, so getting started with the fit here. This fits a little bit on the large side for me, however I am really slim. And this is an issue I've had with pretty much every vest I've had across the board. It's not exclusive to this vest. As you can see here, we've got quite a bit of extra room here, about like an entire hand's width. That's just how it is for me with every vest. But if you are also on the slim side, you'll want to keep that in mind. But that can also be remedied if you are wearing this over body armor. That'll give you a few extra inches and it'll get this a lot more comfortable into your body. And speaking of the fit, in terms of adjustment, we have 3 straps on each side. I'm going to get closer to the camera so you can see this. So we've got 3 straps here, and I've got these cinched up all the way, and then I taped them down just so they're not dangling down all the way. This has a ton of adjustment room. When I adjusted it, if I didn't have this taped up, it would be all the way to the ground, and it would still be dragging. So it's pretty serious. Pretty seriously long. You'd never need to adjust it as much as they have the capability to. And yeah, as you can see, we've got the 3 more here. We also have adjustable shoulders, so the height of it is a little bit adjustable. And I may have to take this back off to show this part, but if you can see it, and it's pretty dark, so probably not really much, but these shoulders come apart. There's some Velcro under here on both sides, and you can just adjust those that way. And also on the back, we have some straps here that I have a bit pulled up right now. I'm not really able to show those back straps very well, so I will show those when I take this back off as well. So that about covers it for how this fits me. I'm going to get this back off so I can show the stuff that I wasn't able to show here and a few other things as well that I want to get to. Okay, we're back to the table. So as I mentioned, we've got 2 back straps here for adjustment. Let me move this. So here, we've got a back strap here, which just tightens up this shoulder pad as well. And same on the other side. And I've kind of laced these around a bit messily. And also one other strap I forgot to mention is this one right here. And this runs also on both sides, so 2 straps. And this, I don't know, I've never really seen other vests that have this type of adjustment. But this runs from down here on the vest. So this is the... you can see here, this is the side of the vest, and then right above it, we have this strap here, which I have running up here. And this just kind of, I don't know, kind of diagonally tightens it up, if that makes sense. It's hard to explain. This is a bit of a weird adjustment, but hopefully you can see how this works and makes more sense that way. Because as you can see from how it's sewn in, this isn't a horizontal, like, it's not one of these straps that tightens it down on your body. This is actually diagonal. But this one also did help me to get this tightened down on my body, I might add, because I was having, it took a lot of adjusting to get this down to fit me at first, but anyway. And then, I also couldn't show this very well earlier, but this is how the shoulders adjust. You can see here we've just got a lot of Velcro, and this part on the front, so this is the front of the vest here, just has the other part of the Velcro. So, next I wanted to cover the setup of this vest and kind of the pouches I have on here. So I'm going to start from the inside of here. This vest comes with, let's see here, 2 interior pockets on both sides. And inside of these interior pockets, it comes with, I don't know if they all will, probably, but I believe this is a dump pouch. Although I'm not sure why I would use a dump pouch inside the vest like this. It's kind of awkward. I have one mounted to my belt that I always use. I've never really found a use for this, but at any rate, there's one of these actually, one of these dump pouches on both sides of the vest as well. And they are actually attached, I wanted to mention this, by this string, so, or rope. And here you can see you can see through the mesh a little bit. You can see here it is on the other side too. I'm not going to take it out just for the sake of brevity because it's the exact same. Now moving to the exterior of the vest. The vest does not come with these magazine pouches. These are things I put on myself, but I wanted to talk about them a little bit because later I'm going to do an IR test, which is an important point I want to make about this vest. It reflects a lot of IR, but I'll get to that. I have a double Condor double magazine pouch here. I have a Predator Mark V and a Technicom Russian Army double magazine, or not double magazine. This fits 2 magazines in it, but this is just a single magazine pouch with the side flare pouch on it. And I don't have any other pouches attached to my vest. I keep most of my stuff on my belt, so that's why this is literally all you see. I'm considering at a later date getting a canteen pouch put on my vest. Sometimes when I'm hunting, it's annoying to have because I have a really, really big bottle. It sticks way up, so yeah, I've just been thinking about getting a canteen pouch for this. But moving on. So some of the things I really like about this vest, I do like the mesh. Especially in the summer, it makes it a lot easier to wear this and not overheat. I've had that problem a little bit with some other vests I've had, getting a lot of heat in between me and the vest, and I just cannot cool off. Another thing I like is the adjustment, actually. For the shoulders, it kind of creates this little bit of padding here, and it actually helps a lot when you're shooting heavier recoiling guns. You can see this overlap is, if I can get this to a good angle, we've got some pretty good overlap. This is padded, and it gets pretty comfortable when you are shooting those higher calibers. Sometimes with the AK, depending on your stock, specifically if you have a triangle skeleton stock, probably if you have a underfolder as well, AKS, it tends to slide a little bit, but that's more the stock. Just it'll probably slide on most clothing. but it is something to keep in mind there. And just one more thing to note about that is, if you are, I guess, taller, or depending on just how this fits you, if you have to make it wider, there is a point to where maybe this padding won't go down low enough to actually absorb any recoil from a rifle. So that this point here that I like a lot might not actually affect you if you do decide to get this vest. Just something to keep in mind about that. Now, in my opinion, to move on to the only con, at least what I see as the only con in this vest, and it doesn't really matter most of the time, but it might, and that is, as I mentioned earlier, this reflects a ton of IR light. I'm going to cut in some footage here. So this mesh actually reflects IR like it's an IR patch intended to, even though it's not. So it reflects a ton here. Unfortunately, these magazine pouches also do. This Predator Mark V also does. However, as you'll see in the footage, the Technicom Russian Army pouch does not reflect any light. So it's something to definitely keep in mind. Also, as you can see, I was wearing I just wanted to show what I was actually wearing, because it's kind of hard to tell what I was wearing when it's under night vision. So I was wearing this Gorka, as you can see, just a regular Gorka. I had heard after I bought it, unfortunately, that the Gorka has problems with IR, reflecting IR light. Unfortunately, it actually does. And of course, I'm wearing this vest, had this beanie, and for pants I'm wearing, although I can't show it because I can't lift my leg that high, unfortunately, but I'm wearing M81 US Woodland Cry cut pants, not actual Cry, just Emerson, I believe. And as you can see on that, or as you saw on that footage, the knee pad part, like the part that stretches, that part did reflect IR, although the rest of my pants did not. Same with this beanie, that didn't either. It looked like my skin may have actually reflected a little bit too, but you can be the judge of that. But for sure, ton of reflection off the mesh on the vest, a lot from the, I don't know what you call this. I think this is tarpaulin. I don't remember which part's tarpaulin on the Gorka, but this darker brown part is what was reflecting IR on the night vision. And although I can't show it, it was the part above my knee pads on my pants that was also reflecting. So that about does it for this video. I had a lot of fun making it. The night vision portion was especially interesting. Maybe a little bit disappointing, but I still love my Gorka. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next one.